Hello, and this is Bias Magazine, the segment for Caribbean Gateway, and this week I have my lovely guest, Kay Oldroyd of Black Youth Achievement Awards. So Kay, please give us a little brief summary of yourself and what your organisation is about, please.
Okay, BYA Awards, we're in our 5th year now, and it's the UK's only national platform of recognition for young people of Black, African, Caribbean descent. So we recognise all the positive contributions that they make to society, recognise their talents, recognise their achievements, promote positive role models and images to try and break that stereotype of Black youth underachieving within the UK.
So 5 years, that's quite a success.
It is a success. You know, putting on an event, putting on an award ceremony is very challenging. It's very, time consuming. So to reach 5 years, I'm very proud of the accomplishment that, that we've made.
Okay, tell us a bit as to how you decide about the awards and who's going to get the awards. How do the young people come to you, or how do you find them?
Well, we receive the nominations through the website, which is bya-awards.com, and the nominations are open for a few months between April and July. We did them this year. So, and they can come from all over the UK. We encourage young people to nominate themselves for a way of actually recognising what they have done within their lives, or their friends, their family, their teachers, within the church, the community centres, youth centres. Anybody can actually nominate them. It's up to the age of 25. But we also have 3 additional categories, which is Mother of the Year, Father of the Year, and Youth Organisation of the Year as well, which is open to any age, as an additional way of recognising the people that support young people in society as well. So the nominations were received via the website, and then we had a judging panel that had to shortlist down to 3 finalists in each category. So that was announced on the 1st of October, the shortlisted finalists, and then all the finalists will attend on the 23rd of November at Walthamstow Assembly Halls. That's where it's being held this year.
Event is. Okay, so that's quite a process. So how long does that take to do the nominations and the votings and things like that?
Literally, as soon as we finish one event, it's on to preparation for the next year. So it is a 12-month cycle, the advertising, the nominations, the marketing, gaining the sponsorship, all the small things that go into creating something. With any event, people see the outcome. They don't see everything that happens behind the scenes. So it's a whole annual process to get to where we want to get to. But it has been very successful, and what drives me and what drives the rest of the team, the BYA team, is to get emails from people when they've been told that they've been nominated or even shortlisted, and they're just so happy to have received that recognition. So that's what allows me to see that, okay, what we've created is actually needed and wanted within the community.
Yeah. So the categories, give us an idea of some of the categories and some of the young people who have come through in those categories.
Well, we've got 14 this year. We started off with 7 in 2009, so we have doubled. But they're all very important categories. So, for example, we've introduced a new one this year, which is the Resilience Award, and that recognises young people who are in care or care leavers. We've had quite a lot of feedback over the years, even from the first year, saying, is there anything that recognises young people in care? To recognise the whole trials and tribulations that they go through, overcoming so many obstacles to then go on to achieve, their own personal success, because it's not about somebody living up to somebody else's standards or their benchmark. It is documenting somebody's individual journey and what they've had to go through and what they've had to overcome. So the new one is the Resilience Award this year. We've got other ones which recognises the arts, business and enterprise, community, education, sports, science, technology. Choices, which is recognising the transition of lifestyle. So if somebody's left behind, gang activity or, bad behaviours at school, and made that conscious decision that actually I want to do something different with my life, and they've turned it around, we recognise that as well. 14 categories this year.
Wow, so lots of awards coming out. Okay.
Yeah.
So give us an idea on the evening then, what the evening is like.
Well, it's a daytime event this year.
Okay.
Previous years it has been evening, but now it's a Sunday afternoon, so we're doing a 3-course lunch. It's going to be hosted by the BAFTA award-winning director Adam Deacon from Kidulthood, so he's hosting. We've got our patrons Rough Copy, who were X Factor finalists last year, artists this year releasing another single, a new single.
So it's going to be exciting just with them there.
Yeah. We'll have the previous BYA award winners coming in and co-presenting as well. So each year we like to have the previous winners come back in a way like handing over the baton to the new winners as well, creating that BYA network. And it's not just about the award winners on the day, it's about how can they use that day and that opportunity to network with other people to help them in their, you know, whether their business, their career, their social development. So it really is a great opportunity for people within the community see what else is going on, you know, in a positive way.
Sure. So in those 5 years now, how many young people have you seen sort of from the beginning, and they're still, you're still with them on their journey? Do you kind of
quite
get
a lot of them
attached to them?
Yeah, I mean, some of them we never hear from again because they've gone into a different country. For example, from 2009, the young lady that won in the education category, Davina, I was trying to trace her, eventually got an email saying that she's now a qualified doctor and opened her own practice, but in Australia. Okay. So being able to know that somebody back then, they were, you know, they were in training, but now that journey where they're in Australia, of all places, you know, the other side of the world with their own GP practice, it's really good to have that feedback. So we're looking to a 5-year anniversary book as well, and hopefully capture all the information from all the winners, and then be able to push that book out into the community, out into schools, again to have that visual representation that this is what is actually going on. It's not always about the gang activity, it's not always about the negative things that are going on. This is really what is happening, and this is what our younger children need to experience and see, that actually this is what you can aspire to be right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. So any other special talents within the BYA Awards?
I mean, there is so much talent. We, again, in the education category in 2012, our youngest award winner, Joshua Beckford, at the age of 6, he was on the Gifted and Talented programme at Oxford University as the youngest person to attend, reading philosophy and, you know, gaining distinctions and everything. He's fluent in Russian, Japanese, has written a book, wants to be a brain surgeon, and, you know, he's from Tottenham. So, you know, you've got all these gems. So, you know, when we read about maybe internationally we hear about people, we need to know what's actually happening on, you know, on our grounds as well. You know, I come from an education and personal development background, so I see firsthand the detrimental effect that negative images and stereotypes have on young people. So I think that's what drove me literally overnight to think I want to do something to counteract that, and that's where it came from.
And talk a bit about the other things, because you do other activities within the year as well. Just give us a little spill on what you do there.
So the BYA Awards is a project of my organisation, which is Youth in Excellence, and as I said, I come from personal development mentoring background. So we've got a new initiative starting, which is going to be a media training programme, and that's going to allow young people to understand that they can be creating their own jobs through the use of phones, gadgets, etc., using the power of social media, you know, to help businesses do social media marketing, to do, you know, web design, web content, journalism. So we'll be providing a training program starting next year, and they will work on our digital magazine, which is called Euphoria. So once they've gained the work experience on the magazine, we'll then be able to set them up with work placements and internships in corporate organisations to help them make that transfer of skills and to pick up new skills and to actually see that they've got global opportunities sitting right there in their hand. It's not always about, okay, having to go to college, having to go to university and having to get a job. Create your own business, be your own business. We've also got an opportunity through our STEM category this year through BYA Awards that we've partnered with Cisco Networking, and we're going to offer 30 young people next year the opportunity to gain a Cisco qualification as well. So again, that's a global IT qualification that can help them. So a lot of opportunities.
You do a lot. So for the event, are there any tickets left? How can people get tickets?
There are tickets left. So
tell us how we can get the tickets.
Okay, early bird prices are until this Friday, 24th of October. So go to the website, which is bya-awards.com. You can purchase your tickets online. You can have awards-only tickets or lunch and awards the whole day. So I would encourage people to participate.
And the day again is the 20th?
Sunday, the 23rd of November at Walthamstow Assembly Halls, which is Forest Road, E17.
And the time?
1 p.m. lunch,
Okay.
doors open 12:15, 1 p.m. lunch, award ceremony at 2:45.
And I know from experience that these award ceremonies are quite grand and quite nice because you do know how to put on an event. So, Kay, how can people contact you if they're interested in nominating young people or doing anything else that you do within the year? How can we get hold of you?
Okay, so for next year, nominations will open in April 2015, and again it will be through the website, which is bya-awards.com. But in the meantime, if you want to contact me, you can call 07908 258 681 or email info@bya-awards.com for the awards, or you can email info@youthinexcellence.com to find out about the organisation and all the other things that we do as well.
So you're definitely accessible. So Kay, thank you so much for being my guest. This is Kay Oldroyd of the Black Youth Achievement Awards, and I'll be handing back over now to Lavina and Caribbean Gateway. You've been watching Bias Magazine, so until next week, peace, love and light.